What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. So for the three of you that keeps asking me the whole time for the full review, we're finally doing the full review on the KRAL Arms KR556. So we've had an interesting time testing this thing. We went out to the range yesterday. It went okay, drills went fine, everything, and then we had an incident while doing the 100 meters, but you guys will see that in the video. And after that, I didn't have enough ammo, so I decided to pack up. And as I was packing up, the range I was visiting kind of locked me in. It's like on a farm somewhere, so they kind of locked me in, and I was stranded there for a while. And eventually somebody came and saved me. They opened the locks for me. Otherwise I would have just cut the wire and just drove through because it was getting late. But luckily I got it done. We went out to the range today just quickly to finish it up and get the 100 meters for you guys, just so everybody can see. I hope you guys learned something from it and are happy with the review. If there are any other questions on this firearm, just let me know and we'll head through it. But let's head to the range and see what we did. Okay, so first test, we're just going to run a 7-meter bull drill just to see how that rifle's recoil stays and also the trigger control on this bad boy. So let's see how it goes. So that's 3 Charlies at 146, but I definitely can do that better. One, 2, 7, 2 Charlies. Next drill is going to be a transition, so 2 on each. So I don't know what happened there. That's 1 Alpha, 1 Charlie, 1 Alpha, 1 Charlie, at a 2, 4, 3. Two, 4, 7. Same thing. Okay, next up we're gonna run kind of the same thing. We're gonna do 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that was a 2, 4, 4. 2, 4, 4. Alright, so last one for today. We're just gonna do 4 shots at 100 meters just to see where it lies more or less. Take note, this is with the magnifier and red dot, so I'm not going to get the best precision out of it, but it's a good baseline to see how the grouping looks at 100 meters. I'm going to try my best to keep the aim the same. I'm not the best distance shooter, but for you guys I'll try my best. Okay, let's run it. I'm at the IPSC range today. Yesterday was a bit of a flop, and after the whole story about me being locked up, I've just settled to coming here and doing a makeshift range. Luckily I'm the only person here today, so it'll be a nice and smooth run. But let's see how 5 rounds of PMC ammo does on my target. Let's see what grouping we get, and I hope you guys are happy with it, and I'll try my best to shoot straight. Okay. Right, so luckily no jams. Everything went smoothly. It felt a lot better using PMC than Scorpio SCV, but let's go see the results. Alright, looking at this, I can definitely confirm I had 1 flyer. I think that low left one was still when the barrel was cold, and I was a bit scared to pull the trigger, something like that. But the top 4 are mostly where they should be, at a 33 meter 0, so the 100 meter mark should be above the dot. But they're all on paper. Windage was more or less the same, but the grouping is definitely not good. I'm pretty sure if you get 77 grains match grade ammo, it will get tighter, and even with the better optic it also will get tighter, but this is what we have. Since the first impressions video. The setup has changed quite a bit. There's a couple of features, a couple of things that I've changed through times. I do have at least 500 rounds on it right now at this moment. It's mostly cheap ammo, and a couple of interesting things that I've seen and picked up. But firstly, let's just go through the rifle that is the KRAL Arms KR556. Everybody knows this nice case that you get along with it. Very, very nice. It still smells, it stinks like shooting. Okay, so the rifle is clear. Bolt is still back from shooting. So drop down, clear, check it down, and safe. So everything is just as I left the range today. So for interesting sake, ammo I mostly run out of this thing is the Scorpio because it's the cheapest. It's around about 11 rand a round, so 2 to 3 rounds, and this is about 15 rand a round, more or less, give or take. But it is a better ammo and it does feel a lot better in this rifle. Okay, so in true like Thumb taught us how to do this, we're going to go from tip to butt on this firearm and see what I have on it. So when you get the rifle, this thing is dirty. When you get the rifle, you get the normal birdcage style, like an A2 style flash hider with it. So you do get the normal A, but this is more like an A1 because it doesn't have the flat part at the bottom. So this thing is birdcage all around. So that's the one that you get with it. But I decided to be different, and I added a Warrior Shorty suppressor. This is locally manufactured, so this is a South African suppressor, and they designed this one especially for ARs. So we will do a full review on this later as well. I'll go out to the factory, which isn't so far from me, so that'll be an interesting video for everybody as well. This is the 14.5 inch barrel with a 1 inch 7 twist rate, so it does prefer a heavier ammo, I'm told by the people. I've only shot 55 grams out of it because of affordability. It does not come with an adjustable gas block. Unfortunately, it would have been very, very nice. You can also directly mount it onto the rail, the handguard as well, with Picatinny at the bottom and the top. And I just went out and got this DM Gear handguard thingy from Temu in multicam black because it looks nice. This is the handguard, the front grip that you get with the rifle. I just chopped it down just because it's in the way, in the safe and everywhere. I'm running a Vortex crossfire, same as the Type 56, so it's the Vortex crossfire red dot. It does unfortunately not come with ambidextrous safety, so it does only have your 2 position, your safe and your semi-auto. Bolt release also not ambidextrous with your standard charging handle. I am looking to replace this in the future, but that's not a priority at the moment. You do get a key armor alpha buttstock with it. This is a very decent stock, and it has good texture at the back to grip into your shoulder, so it does make for a much more comfortable shooting experience in my opinion. This is the sling that I had on the Type 56 in the beginning as well, but it just fits the theme of the KR556 so much more. So for those who's tuning in now for the first time, KR556 is a short stroke piston operated system. This gun is mostly based off of the HK416. You'll see most of the design features come exactly from that same thing. The Turkish Special Forces runs a variant of the HK416 because there's a factory there that has rights on building them. KRAL does not have rights on building them, but they did their own little thing. But from the construction of this firearm, I have to say it's very sturdy. I've felt some ARs before. You can feel like the upper and the lower just aren't connecting properly. This thing is actually quite solid. Shooting experience wise, we did have the one fluke at the range where there was a failure to extract, but I'm pretty sure that was the Scorpio ammo because it just ripped the brass out of the casing and it just got stuck, and it wasn't even really badly stuck, but unfortunately it did get stuck and we did have to call it quits on that afterwards. I did run this at Battlefit and a couple of times just normal range days like you guys have probably seen on Instagram, but at Battlefit I had one failure to feed with the UTG magazine. People are complaining about the UTG magazines doing that, so I'm not blaming KRAL on that, because like I said, I haven't had any other issues and it was only that one failure to feed. And otherwise this thing has not been cleaned. It has gotten some lube, but other than that, no cleaning at all. I'm gonna clean it afterwards now. We'll have a look inside just to see how the wear looks on everything. This pistol grip, it's a KRAL pistol grip. I don't know where they found it, but it is a bit rubberized, but it is a very nice texture with a backwards angle on it. So once again, can't complain about that. Feels really good in my hand, but you might feel different. Trigger, it is a pretty nice trigger, I have to say. Again, so just again, takes up a little bit of creep, hit the wall, brakes, and then your reset, same creep, reset, and then instantly back again. So really not a bad trigger, not great. You can probably just install a better trigger on this thing, but for somebody casual like me, just shooting for fun and a competition every now and then, this is more than suitable for what you need. Like, I'm just thinking about upgrading the buffer system just because of the pressure of the suppressor blowing back, but other than that, I'm not looking to replace anything at all on this. But let's have a look inside. This is the bolt. As you'll see, this is where the short circuit piston connects with the bolt carrier group and pushes it back. But as you can see, this thing is fucking dirty, but no weird wear that I haven't picked up in the beginning. You can see some machining there. Other than that, screen's still fine, extractor is still fine, nothing weird on this at all. Guys, my overall opinion on this rifle, it is most definitely worth the buy. Like I said, for the price point especially, you're not gonna get an AR in South Africa for under 20k, not even second hand, because people know that there aren't really cheap options for ARs in South Africa, so people selling second hand also just abuse that market. But this thing for 19.5 will outrun most rifles you'll get up to 23k. Like, I felt a Bushmaster today. I know not a very good brand, but comparing how that felt in regards to this rifle, it felt like it was falling apart, like a brand new rifle falling apart. Isn't it? It's not a good sign. But this thing feels solid, it runs solid with no real issues. Like I said, even the failure to extract, I mean, that is mostly the ammo. It hasn't been cleaned, it's still not been cleaned, and it's only been running really good. I'm really happy with this purchase. If you guys have any questions on this, you can always hit me up on Instagram. You can also hit up KRAL Arms themselves. In South Africa, your supplier for KRAL will be Vortex. So any spare parts, any questions, anything regarding KRAL in South Africa will go through Vortex. So they will be able to assist you with buying anything that you might need, any replacement parts or spare parts, anything in that sense. From my side, guys, that's gonna be about it. Like I said, I'm very happy with this rifle. Like, I'm pretty sure none of us will be able to outshoot this thing's lifetime. This thing has a lifetime, they claim, of 15,000 rounds before shooting it out. So you do get the warranty with the rifle in your box, so you can just fill it in. But like I said, you're probably not going to be able to do that. If you're well done, the first thing that's going to weigh is probably going to be your bolt carrier or your piston system. And like I said, you're not going to get spare parts from that from KRAL. So if you know you're going to run it that hard, just order yourself some spare parts. Most of your lower will be interchangeable with normal AR parts, because it's just a standard lower. So trigger and everything inside there, your buffer system, everything like that will be mostly normal carbine type of stuff. But like I said, if you have any questions, reach out to me, or you can reach out to Vortex, or whatever you want. I hope this video helped somebody out there. I really appreciate all of you for tuning in. Drop a comment on what you think about this rifle. Would you get it? Would you rather prefer direct impingement or an AK? Leave a like, drop a subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.